From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, this is news around the world.
In the headlines, Vice President Kashim Shettima assured Nigerians of adequate security. Resident doctor suspends strike. Governor Idris mounts Kebbi Assembly Speaker Mohammed Zuru. On the foreign scene, dozen killed as Angola flood death toll rises. In business news, crude oil prices increase ahead of Trump's Iran deal deadline. In entertainment news, actress Iyabo Ojo rejoices as Return of Arenzo becomes box office hit. And from the world of sport, FIFA clears Wrexham goalkeeper Okonkwo to represent Nigeria. Good evening and many thanks for joining us for news across the world on Diamond 88.7 of Ilorin. I am Omonike. Babatunde. You can listen to us via our website at www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download the app on Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Don't go away, please.
See, wait, he's from our tribe and we have the same religion, so we have to protect our own. Our tribe isn't corrupt. I beg you, leave now our Peking.
Wait, stop and think. Do you realize that the impact of corruption and careless decisions by that clansman or family member of yours doesn't know tribalism or nepotism? Let's hold everyone accountable for a better society and country. If you see something, say something to the right authorities.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that short break. Now the news in detail. Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured Nigerians that the security challenges facing the country would be surmounted. Speaking today at the 2026 National Police Day Grand Parade and Procession in Abuja, Shettima said Nigeria shall prevail. The Vice President called on all Nigerians to cooperate with the police and other security agencies, emphasizing the importance of national security. He also tasked the leadership of the police to be responsive to the needs of all citizens, saying that the people must see the force as partners in preserving peace. The event brought together senior government officials, the leadership of the Nigerian Police Force, security chiefs, and officers drawn from across the Federation. The National Association of Resident Doctors have announced the suspension of its planned strike after reaching an understanding with the federal government on key demands, including payment of outstanding allowances and improvement in doctors' welfare. The decision was taken after an emergency meeting of the association's National Executive Council, where members reviewed assurances from government representatives and resolved to give dialogue another chance. NAD said the suspension was informed by progress made in negotiations, particularly commitment on the prompt payment of salary arrears, hazard allowances, and steps towards resolving issues surrounding the medical residency training fund. Although the association did not declare a full resolution of the dispute, it noted that the government has shown renewed willingness to address the concerns that triggered the threat. Kebbi State Governor Dr. Nasir Idris has expressed deep sorrow over the death of the Speaker of the Kebbi State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mohammed Usman Zuru, describing it as a monumental loss to the state and the nation. Zuru passed away on Monday at the hospital in Cairo, Egypt, where he had been undergoing treatment for a prolonged illness. His death was confirmed by the clerk of the Kebbi State House of Assembly, Alhaji Sulaiman Shamaki. In a condolence message, Governor Idris said he received the news with shock and a heavy heart, mourning the loss of what he described as a trusted ally, commitment lawmaker, and distinguished leader. He noted that the Speaker's dedication to duty, humility, and service to Kebbi State set him apart as a true patriot. The apex socio-cultural body of the Igbomino people, Omo Ibile Igbomino, has issued a firm and a call to the Kwara State government to immediately implement the Supreme Court's judgment of March 2019, which affirmed the exclusive right of the Olugono lineage of the Royal Stool of Gomo in Ifelodun local government area. At a press briefing held today in Gomo, the body stated that there remains no legal, moral, or administrative justification for the continued delay in enforcing the judgment, particularly as it concerns the rightful ascension of Halaji Abduyakim Oluwakayode Kolawole to the throne. Speaking on behalf of the organization, the national president, Sabisi Fakoyede, emphasized that the prolonged withholding of the Olugono's letter of appointment and the state of office represent a troubling disregard of judicial authority and the rule of law. The body therefore made demand for the immediate release of the Olugono's letter of appointment, prompt presentation of the third-class state of office, and a full enforcement of all subsisting court judgments without further delay. The All Progressives Congress APC stakeholders from 7 local government areas in Kwara State have declared support for the gubernatorial ambition of Bashir Omolaja Bolariwa ahead of the 2027 general elections. The group, under the aegis of Kwara South Solidarity Movement KSSM, during the press briefing held at Igbomino House on Tuesday, described Bolariwa as a unifier and visionary leader with experience to lead Kwara State to the pathway of greatness, inclusive growth, and sustainable development. The group convener, Adigun Olariwaju Guduba, said the decision followed extensive consultation, grassroots engagement across 81 wards in Kwara South, and a critical assessment of the socio-political and economic reality. He noted Bolariwa's candidacy is enjoying wide support among APC members across 193 wards due to his sacrifices to the party as a state party chairman and beyond. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Alhaji Prince Mohammed Miriam Halazan, has formally declared his intention to contest the office of Governor of Kwara State in the 2027 general elections. In a statement issued on Monday, the aspirant described his decision as a sacred responsibility inspired by divine guardians and a response to growing calls from stakeholders across the state, including traditional rulers, youth group, market association, and religious leaders. Alazan also emphasized that his ambition is not driven by personal gain or political influence, but by a commitment to build on the achievement of the current administration and to serve the people with integrity, fairness, and accountability. The governorship hopeful also highlighted the need for equity in the rotation of power among the state senatorial district, noting that since 1999, Kwara Central and Kwara South have dominated the governorship, while Kwara North has also had limited opportunities. He called on political leaders and stakeholders to support the emergence of a candidate from Kwara North in the interest of justice, unity, and fairness. The news across the world is reaching you from Climate 88.7 of Family Lorry. We'll go on a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign business, entertainment, and sport news. Don't go away, please.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're welcome back from that break. You're still listening to news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 of Family Lorry. Now we move on to the foreign stories. Dozens of people have died from floods following heavy rains in recent days in the Angola capital, Luanda, and other areas across the country. Emergency services have reported at least 29 deaths in Luanda and the central city of Benguela, with more than 34,000 people affected. The flooding also damaged thousands of homes and public infrastructure, with damaged roads and bridges, falling trees, and electric poles. President Lorenzo mourned the death, saying that the country was in a race against the clock to find, rescue, and offer medical care to those affected. In a statement from the presidency, Lorenzo noted that numerous houses had flooded or collapsed, roads cut off, and key utilities, including water systems, damaged. Still on the foreign scene. A gunman was killed and two were injured in a shootout near the Israeli consulate in Istanbul. Turkish Interior Minister Mustafa Sifsi, who confirmed the incident, said two policemen were slightly injured in the gunfight. Mustafa said the attackers had come to Istanbul from the city of Izmit by rental car and that two of them were brothers. In a statement on X, the Interior Ministry named the gunman killed as Yunus Iyas, who it said was connected to the terrorist organization that exploits religion. And that ends of foreign news. Up next is our business news.
Diamond FM Business News.
In a business update today, crude oil extended gains today as the United States imposed deadline for Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz or be taken out approaches. President Donald Trump threatened to order attack on Iranian bridges and power plant and to rain hell on Tehran if it fails to comply with its deadline to reopen the strait. Brent crude future rose $1.74 to $111.51 a barrel, while the U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were up to $3.45, $115.86 per barrel. The United Nations Security Council is expected to vote today on a resolution to protect commercial shipping to the Strait of Hormuz, but insignificantly watered down from veto wielding China opposed authorizing force. That ends our business news, and up next is our entertainment news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
Yoruba actress and film producer Iyabo Ojo has celebrated the success of her latest film, Return of Lorenzo, which had high box office returns. The movie, which was named the highest grossing Easter weekend release at the Nigerian box office, earned 104.8 million naira in its debut. Iyabo Ojo posted on her X handle thanking her fans and colleagues for their continued support. Iyabo Ojo has starred in more than 150 movies and has produced over 14 of her own, according to report. The Return of Lorenzo was directed by Iyabo Ojo, who also starred as the lead and featured Mercy Aigbe, Funke Akindele, and Bimbo Akintola, among others. That ends our entertainment news. We're going on a very short timeout, and when we're back, we're going for our sport news. Don't go away, please.
Iron and care. Be good for your body,
Wake up, feel strong, feel free with Ferrobene. Iron for you and me. Ferrobene is a product of Feedsin Healthcare PLC, available in pharmacies nationwide. Ferrobene, the ideal blood builder.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemeta and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Diamond FM Sports News.
You're welcome back from that short break, and now to the exciting world of sport. The Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, has cleared Wrexham goalkeeper Otho Kokonkwo to play for the Super Eagles. Kokonkwo was born in England to Nigerian parents and is eligible to represent both countries. The former Arsenal shortstopper previously represented England at the youth level. The 24-year-old change of eligibility was formally updated on the FIFA platform for international player transfers on Tuesday. Okonkwo is now expected to get a chance to feature for the Super Eagles in the upcoming friendlies against India and Jamaica in May. Manchester United has confirmed that England defender Harry Maguire has signed a new contract, keeping him at Old Trafford until June 2027 with the option for an additional year. The 33-year-old was due to become a free agent at the end of the season, but has agreed terms to extend his stay. Maguire, who joined United from Leicester City in a reported £80 million transfer in 2019, has made 266 appearances for the club, scoring 17 goals. He has been a key figure in United's defence and has helped the team regain form under interim manager Michael Carrick. His performances since January earned him the recall to the England squad for the match internationals. That's it from the exciting world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here's a recap of the major highlights. Vice President Kashim Shettima assure Nigerians of adequate security. Resident doctors suspend strike. Governor Idris Kebbi Assembly Speaker Mohammed Zuru. On the foreign scene, dozens killed as Angola flood death toll rises. In business news, crude oil prices increase ahead of Trump's Iran deal deadline. In entertainment news, actress Iyabo Ojo rejoices as Return of Arinzo becomes a box office hit. And from the exciting world of sport, FIFA clears Wrexham goalkeeper Okonkwo to represent Nigeria. For today in Norfolk. For today in history. Did you know that on this day in 2024, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu officially announced the declaration of April 7 as the National Police Day in Nigeria to honor the dedication, sacrifices, and professional growth of the Nigerian police force? Now you know. For information about happenings around you, kindly contact the Diamond FM newsroom number on 091 6062 7526. One more time, 091 6062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Biodun Akiwumi, and my name is Omonike Babatunde. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and please stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.
For up-to-date news